According to Noelle Randall, if you got bad personal credit and you need business funding, you better follow her instructions in this video now. Now, I was sent this video by a subscriber named Daryl. I'm not going to put his last name out there because I don't want to put his business in the streets. Now, this video was made by Noelle Randall. She's pretty popular. She's got a pretty massive following on Facebook and pretty much every other social media platform. Now, the reviews of her products and services can go either way, but I'm not going to hold that against her because I know how disgruntled customers can be. What I want to do is take a look at this video and see what kind of information the content yields for myself. Now, those of you who have been following me for a while know how I feel about business credit, especially the gurus who be pitching that shit. So let's get into it. How to Get Business Funding with Bad Credit by Noelle Randall. Welcome back to my channel. It's your favorite voice on credit, Just Jay Woodfin from jwoodfin.com, the creator of the credit repair industry's most complete and comprehensive DIY credit repair service. We use no template letters ever. My truly AI-driven DIY system is the only DIY system in the market that uses machine learning to create your dispute letters from your credit report. What does that mean to you? Every single credit report it reads, it learns from, using all the information from those credit reports to create more customized letters than it ever did before. Which means you only have a 0.04% chance of getting the same verbiage in your dispute letter as anybody else who's ever used the system before. Simply put, every time you make a letter, it gets smarter. That's real AI. Now, this ain't some sort of experimental or affiliate product that I'm pushing here. I got a 25% ownership stake in this company. This is mine. Since launching this technology in September of 2022, to this point, we've sent over 150,000 letters to the credit bureaus. To top it all off, my DIY system is so advanced that you ain't even got to print, stuff, stamp, or even go to the post office and mail your letters. We'll do it for you, as long as you pay for the certified postage. Now, what other DIY system do you know that can do it all? If you want to learn more about my DIY system, just feel free to click the link in the description. It'll also be pinned to the top of the chat. Now, if you can't seem to find it, you can always go to jwoodfin.com/social and get it there. Now, let's go.
How to get business funding with bad credit. You want to get $10,000, $25,000, $50,000, or even more for your business and in your business's name, but you have bad credit? Well, guess what? You can get business credit cards, business loans, and business lines of credit in your business's name, even if you have bad credit. So
we're already starting off a little bit rough here. I told you guys time and time again that you cannot get real business credit if your personal credit ain't worth shit. But I'm gonna back off. I ain't gonna trip out yet. I'm gonna give her a little bit of room to explain herself because maybe she knows some things that I don't know.
And I'm gonna tell you exactly how you get that done. Let's go.
Noelle. I gotta skip the intro, y'all. I can't do it. I can't do it.
I'm going to share with you my exact strategy for getting at least $10,000 in weeks, not months or years. And I'm going to share with you the biggest trap that you need to avoid when you are applying for funding. Do not do this thing. I'm going to tell you. There's so many amazing things that you can do with business funding. I did not know this when I started my business in 2014. It took me nearly 3 years to ever even find out about business credit and business funding. But once I did, it took my business to the next level. You literally can use business lines of credit, business credit cards, and business loans to fund your business. You can use it to buy inventory. You can use it to do marketing, like run ads, buy t-shirts, buy shirts and hats with your logo on it, buy cars in your business's name, even get the cars wrapped in your business logo with the business phone number like we did here. You can even use business funding to buy real estate. You can buy an office for you to work in, like this office that I have here, or you can use it to buy real estate and make money with it, like Airbnbs or rental properties. You can use business funding for almost anything in your business, but the key to business funding is that it's in your business's name and it is not reporting on your personal credit report. I was so late to the game when it comes to business funding.
Now, this is absolutely true. Business funding is amazing for keeping your personal credit clean while you run up a hefty fluctuating tab on your business credit. Now, I've been running businesses since I was 22. I'm 41 years old now. I know a thing or two about keeping a tab running. Early on in your business life, when income is kind of here or there, you definitely need to have some flexibility when it comes to spending capital, and you don't want it to affect your personal credit score. This portion, basic information, I do agree with so far.
Reasons why I share this information with you guys and all of my students. I have students that start a business and they're able to get business credit and business funding in weeks. As where when I first started, I had my business for over 3 years before I ever even had a business credit card. You do not need to wait. There are tons of lenders right now that not only will lend to a new business, but will give you lots of money so that you can grow your business and even keep your business going. So let's talk about how you get it done. The first thing that
So we're already going down a slippery slope of talking about getting business funding for brand new businesses. You know, and I know that brand new businesses typically don't make much money. I just had a conversation on my channel with a young man named Niles about this exact same issue. Niles came to me looking for ways to procure $100,000 of business credit, and the dude was making $9,600 a year. I had to break his heart, let him know he wasn't ready for that shit. And neither are you, more than likely. Now, the issue I take with these gurus is that they don't give a damn about that. They're going to saddle you with this debt, get you to spending all this money, and you don't even have a proven way to pay it back. So what happens to you then? When those creditors and collectors come knocking at your door looking for their money and you have nothing, and you've probably pierced the corporate veil in 75 different ways because nobody actually teaches lessons on that shit, what are you going to do then when there's no protection and only liability?
You need to know is business credit versus personal credit. These are two separate entities and two separate systems. Many of you guys are already aware of personal credit. You know about the credit bureaus, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, and you understand that you get a credit score kind of based on the trade lines and how well you pay people. Well, when it comes to personal credit, much of your credit score is based on how much you use your credit cards, if you have personal credit cards, and how close your balance is to the limit that you have can really affect your credit score. Additionally, if you ever had anything in public records on your personal credit report, like bankruptcy or foreclosure, you probably have a very terrible credit score, and it's going to be that way for a
Not very terrible. Not very terrible.
long time. I used to have very, very terrible personal credit, so I know all about personal credit. But let me tell you about business credit, because literally you can create business credit and even use your business credit to fix your personal credit.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Use your business credit to fix your personal credit. All right.
Comes to business credit, it is a very similar situation to personal credit, but there are some major differences. So instead of there being the same 3 credit bureaus that there are for personal credit, there are 3 credit bureaus for business credit, and they do not report the same thing. Your personal credit reports your personal credit stuff, but business credit reports only your business credit trade lines. There are 3 business credit bureaus. You have Equifax Business, Experian Business, and you have Dun & Bradstreet. Dun & Bradstreet is the #1 business credit.
She forgot about SBFE, but that's neither here nor there.
Credit reporting agency, and you can get set up with Dun & Bradstreet absolutely free. You just need a legitimate business. Once I was able to find out about business credit, I was able to get business cards in a matter of months, and now I have students that do it in weeks. Business credit has also helped me fix my personal credit, because as I started running up my personal credit cards, I was able to get business credit cards and pay off those personal credit cards, increasing my own personal credit score.
I know she fucking lying. I know she lying. I know she lying. Oh. The very first thing that a business credit card company, credit card issuer is going to do is check your personal credit report. If you have late payments, if your utilization is out of control, if you have delinquencies and collections, you are not going to qualify for that business credit card. So I don't know what world she living in, but ain't no way that she got business credit cards to pay down her personal credit cards, unless the debt that was on the personal credit cards wasn't that significant, i.e. she had a $5,000 credit card and maybe owed $1,000, which is not fixing your credit, it's just paying your bills. But once you start getting up into that 50% utilization rate, ain't no way a business creditor is going to look at your personal credit report, which they're going to. They're going to make you personally guarantee every single line of credit and then issue you, what she say, $5, $10, $25, $50,000 in business credit. It ain't happening.
Let me tell you some more stuff, because this is amazing, and you can even do this if you have bad credit. Building business credit. You can easily build business credit with Dun & Bradstreet. As I mentioned before, Dun & Bradstreet is the #1 business credit reporting agency. And similarly to personal credit, you just need trade lines to report to your business credit report or your Dun & Bradstreet report. There are companies that will lend to you with you just being a startup, and they will report those trade lines directly to Dun & Bradstreet. The first thing that you want to do is make sure that you're set up with Dun & Bradstreet, that your business shows in their account, and that you can claim your business because you can get a business credit report. In fact, I've made an entire video series where I teach you how to get business credit, and you can watch that entire video where I go into detail about how to build business credit. Make sure you watch this entire playlist on YouTube because it's absolutely free. But once you are set up with Dun & Bradstreet for business credit reporting, getting trade lines is very easy. You can use companies like Uline, Granger, or Quill, and I wrote those right now, and they will even lend to you as a startup. And the great thing about these companies is I know though they report to Dun & Bradstreet, and you can start getting trade lines on your business credit report immediately, basically in a matter of weeks, as soon as you buy those things from those companies and they report it to the credit bureau. So
none of these creditors care about this shit no more. The jig is up. They're not doing the Uline, the Granger, the Quill. They're not doing that stuff no more. They ain't doing it. It's not going to get you any significant amount of business credit. It's not going to get you a business loan. It's not going to help you or hurt you in the process, but it's just a useless waste of money. At this particular point in time, and I'm going to tell you right now, I have over $150,000 in business credit lines. And that's talking about loans that I've procured for homes that I've purchased in order to flip. And it's also talking about the business credit cards that I have from American Express and Chase. I ain't never had to use none of these vendor creditors. They're useless. It absolutely makes zero sense. But it is something to get you to buy into the process of being taught how to procure business credit. That's all it's ever been used for. The jig is up.
So let me tell you the next thing that you need to do, because the first step is super simple. Once you have gotten your business trade lines to report to the Dun & Bradstreet credit reporting agency, you then can move on to the next level of credit. So like I said before, vendor credit is easy. Uline, Quill, Granger, that's 3 companies right there, and that's 3 trade lines that you can easily get. Once you get those trade lines reporting on your business credit report, you can then move on to store credit cards. Store credit cards for businesses. Yes, you can get a business store credit card from Walmart, from Costco, and other companies. I actually have an entire list. If you get the list,
I know she didn't think she was going to advertise on my page.
Right in the description box, I have an entire list of companies that will give you store credit. Again, once you have the vendor credit, the next step is store credit, and then after that, you can get cash credit cards. Cash credit.
The very first step is that you need to make sure you have a legitimate business that's set up the proper way. The next step is you need to make sure that your business is starting to flourish, that you're making sales, that you're getting receipts, that you have proof of income from the business. The third portion of it, and this is probably actually step number 1, making sure your personal credit is in order. Because no matter who you are, what kind of business you run, when you go to American Express, when you go to Chase, they are going to tell you to put your personal info inside the application. If your personal information does not come back clean on the personal credit report, I don't care if you have Home Depot, Walmart, Sam's Club, Costco, Uline, Granger, Quill. You can have all of those things going and pay it off and all of this other stuff. It's not going to result in business credit lines from major banking institutions. It just will not. So I know I'm being repetitive, but so is she. So I got to make sure that I stay with the program, keep the main thing, and don't let you get distracted or deterred by the pretty face or the white teeth.
Cards are credit cards like Chase Bank, Bank of America, cards that you can use anywhere. And again, they don't report on your personal credit report. The beauty of business credit is all of those business credit cards that you get will report directly to the business credit reporting agency. And as I mentioned before, if you have bad credit, you still can get business funding. Additionally, you can take your bad credit, some of the credit cards that you have from the past that are on your personal credit report, and once you get a business credit card, for example, you get a Capital One Spark credit card, a very easy to get business credit card, and typically they hand out limits of $5,000 for starter accounts. You literally can pay off 2, 3.
The wild thing about what she's saying for you to do is to get the business credit card. Help your personal credit out. Let's just forget all the qualifications. Let's forget the personal credit got to be clean to get the business credit card, all that. Let's just forget that. Let's say what she says actually works. She sends you to the Capital One Spark card to take your balances from your overly used personal credit cards, put them onto the Spark card. Now, this is where her knowledge gets rocked, because the Capital One Spark card reports to your personal credit. So if you take all those balances, and let's just say you got a $5,000 Spark card, and you got 5 credit cards with $1,000 balances that need to be shifted to that Spark card. Well, now you take those balances and you shift them to the Spark card, right? Now the Spark card is at 100% utilization rate reporting to your personal credit, because this credit card reports to your personal credit. Come on, Noelle. Not that one. So now your personal credit is jacked up, because guess what? Your utilization rate does not only count per card, but it counts for the accumulative amount of balances on every one of your cards. So you can't have a personal credit balance on any credit card over 9%, and you can't have a cumulative balances showing over 9%, or you're going to start losing those points that you work so hard for.
3, 4. I've seen people pay off 10 of their personal credit cards and transfer those balances to their business credit card. This way, their credit score went all the way up because they paid off those personal credit cards, and those balances now show 0 balance on their personal credit report, and the business credit card balance does not report on their personal credit report. This is an easy way to use business credit cards, and business funding to fix your personal credit score. So again, you don't need good personal credit in order to get business credit, and you can even use business credit to fix your personal credit. So if you have bad credit and you do not want to fix your credit, that is absolutely okay.
All right, y'all. She went into a bunch of sponsors and ads and shit that I don't need on my page. Other than that, man, I went through this video. There were a couple of decent pieces of information, but I'm gonna be honest with you. This woman ain't operating business credit. No way, no how. And if she is, she's selling something that she ain't actually doing because it sounds good. And if what she was saying is true, it sounds very, very good. I'm gonna tell you guys, like I always tell you, I don't care if I'm giving you the information or some other guru's giving you any information, please do your due diligence. I personally have been wrong about many things in the credit industry. Even though it worked for me, it hasn't worked for many people. So I put it out there and it didn't help anybody. But I'm willing to just go ahead and say that, correct my shit, and move forward. But these people are selling a dream based upon absolutely nothing. And these videos are getting 30,000, 50,000, 100,000 views. And innocent, hardworking people like you who are trying to just move forward in their life are not only getting moved backwards, but you're being trapped into salacious and sometimes felonious habits and routines. Listen, if you like this video and you want more content like this, and you guys want to send me more videos like this for me to react to, I'll be happy to do so. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every single time I drop a new video. Other than that, I want to let you guys know how much I appreciate you, because I know you can get your credit information from anywhere, but you're here with me. Be blessed.